it's just never really well, no, that's not. It definitely used to affect me, but like now I just don't care at all. Like once I learned to just like stop living for other people's validation, that's when it just blocked it all out.
Anyways, welcome back, Nationers. It is episode 26 of the Realest Podcast. Banner right there, giant banner. It's been there since day one. This is a day one fan. The banner somehow. Sitting across from me is our guest. How do you pronounce your last name, by the way?
Juan. Like
Juan?
It's like one with an H in front of it.
Okay, so it's like Juan, like the Hispanic name, but like I know it's not
just
obviously
like
Hispanic, but like phonetically it kind of sounds
pretty
the
much
same.
yeah.
Okay,
Like exactly the same.
Sweet. Well, our guest today, we're going to just jump right into it. I need to pull out my phone because I wrote an intro for you.
Cool.
But our guest today is a 17-year-old content creator with 58,000 followers on TikTok, infamously known for his hair transformation, and people begging him to know what he does with his hair. His name is Brandon Huynh. Welcome on.
Thank you, man.
Gonna clap it. If you guys are at home, make sure to clap. I know it's like a running joke because we don't have an audience. We just have to hope that they
thank
do
you,
it.
man.
But welcome on, Brandon. Episode 26. It's the new year. It's literally New Year's, right? As we're recording this.
First day.
First off, thank you so much for taking time.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Busy day. Of course, I do want to at least set some precedent before we get going. This is a glitter cannon. Anytime throughout the podcast, you can burst this at literally any time.
Okay.
So you could do it within the next 5 seconds, the next 5 minutes. You can do it at the next, 30 minutes, whatever that looks like.
How do I do it? Just twist it?
Yeah, it's the arrows will guide you. You just
pop
cool,
it,
and it'll literally go everywhere. It's really fun to clean.
Awesome.
Really fun to clean. But regardless, also, I wanted to implement this into the podcast. The lights, you guys, you can choose what light you want. Like, that is your remote. That's like your remote. It might change mine as well for right now, but you're chilling. Oh, going for the purple. Okay. The cyan. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. You could even even turn on the fade.
There goes yours.
You're good. You changed mine. That's okay. I could always change mine back.
I like the purple.
I like the purple too. It really stands out. Plus you got like green.
Yeah.
It's the Hulk. I like it. But today I wanted to get into you because this is your first ever podcast.
Yep.
How does it feel?
Dude, I'm nervous.
What was it like? So little context, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'd met you on TikTok in a way.
Right.
I knew who you were because I saw this TikTok that I was like, that looks like Spokane, which is a city that, I live in, that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that looks like Spokane. I'm like, it'd be dope to just have like another content creator on, or somebody that makes, content, somebody that's in a space, but maybe not so much like in a space, but like in a space at the same time. It's like, it's like, why not try? And so you were live.
Yeah.
You were on a TikTok live. You were doing your Algebra 2 homework. What a story. But what was it like? So I guess you could kind of tell the rest. I was just chatting in there.
Yeah, so I was just live that night. And that was, I think, my first time ever going live. Because I heard that you can start making money, getting donations, whatever.
Yeah. The gifts.
Yeah, and I've seen a bunch of people make a lot of followers off of it too. Yeah. So I was doing it for I think 2 hours that night. And then I saw your comment come up that was like, hey, I run a podcast in Spokane, or you were like, hey, I see you're in Spokane. Do you want to come on my podcast sometime? And I didn't really think anything of it, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. DM me on Instagram. I'll look for your profile. Yeah. And then you DM'd me, and I didn't see it for a few days.
Yeah.
And then going through the requested, I found it, and then we just started talking about it. I was like, yeah, that actually really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird how a lot of things transpire. It just starts with one moment, because I could have just swiped up and just continued. But it's so weird because the Juvie Boys, who's the top photo, I was in there requested for 7 months. I continually DM'd them, and not that it was hey, let me on, but it was hey, I saw you're looking, I'd be interested, love to come on. And then weeks, months go by, And then, like, I just started swiping up on their story, you know, just saying, like, congratulations on these milestones.
Oh, yeah. You got to. That's the only way it'll happen.
Oh, my gosh. 7 months later, like, I mean, I knew Knight. Like, Knight was always active. Like, he saw that I was active in their community. Then he, like, reached out. And then, like, now we're good friends. Like, all three of us. Like, Josh, it was so funny because I had their numbers before they actually fully opened up my DM, which is crazy.
Did you ever text him on, like, iMessage then?
Yeah, well, like, yeah, Knight sent me his number because I was doing, what was it? I think it was right before, I think it was pretty much, like, right as I was setting up my project to feed the entire homeless population in Spokane.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, like, Knight was like, yeah, I want to get on board with that. And I think it was probably right around that time in, like, early September.
Okay.
And so that's how we got in contact. And then I went on their podcast, and they also came on here. And then you're going to go right next to them. It's going to be dope.
Awesome.
Sorry, Oliver. But most importantly, I want to get into a few things today. What do you feel? What do you feel is your strongest strength, like your biggest strength as a human?
I don't think I get it. Like what is like my just like okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not like strength unless this is your strength, but maybe it's your confidence. Maybe it's, you know, how you carry yourself, you know, whether you're a good talker, you know. What do you feel like the biggest strength for you is?
I think my biggest one would have to be my confidence, actually.
Yeah?
Because, like, I get so many, like, people just, like, trying to hate on me in my comments constantly. Like, it's not that it's necessarily, like, more hate than it is, like, positive feedback.
Sure.
But it's, like, the people that, like, realistically, it's probably, like, 200 of my followers that just, like, hate on me. But the ones that hate on me, they, like, hate on me.
Oh, so, like, the extremas are
and they don't stop,
And they just keep coming no matter what.
Yeah, it just, like, it's been from day one. Like, that's just inevitable. Everyone's going to get hate.
Yeah, for sure.
But, it's just never really no, that's not. It definitely used to affect me, but like now I just don't care at all. Like once I learned to just like stop living for other people's validation, that's when it just blocked it all out.
That's when it hit and you're just like you look back at the past like 2 weeks and you're like, you know, like why did I do that? you know, like
I'm like,
it
why
literally
did I,
happens like that.
Why did I care what you thought about me?
Yeah.
And then like everyone says it, everyone like all the bigger creators, they always say like it doesn't matter what other people think. And, like, it's just so true.
Yeah. It's crazy to, like, think because it just takes one thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally one thought, and then you, like, convinced yourself in a way. Because, like, I don't think it works the other way around where you're, like, super confident, and then you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen so quickly. It may happen once you've gone back, like, if you know, occasionally.
Right.
But, I mean, I see a lot of your TikToks. I've looked at a lot of them. And one of the most, like, viewed ones is your hair transformation.
Yeah,
so you have, like, naturally, like, is it natural straight hair?
It's so straight.
Okay. Yeah. And so how does it get to this state?
I take the straightener.
Okay.
And kind of just, like, curl it up with the straightener.
Okay.
And I go through, like, all through it. And then, like and people are always like, oh, the, like, top of his hair is so flat. Like, it's not. Like, I do it through the whole hair. Yeah. But, and then take, like, product and just, like, mess it up and do whatever to it.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, I didn't know what it was like straight. Because I thought this was, you know, pretty much like it was. Like, you woke up with this and, you know, it's not a whole process. So, I mean, when I first saw the TikTok, because it's, like, at 3.3 million.
Something like that.
Right, it's one of your pinned.
Yeah.
And so I was, like, looking at it because I was looking through, like, all your TikToks. And I was like, oh, wow. I'm like... I could see where a lot of people, like, are just like, why? You know, like, it looks good before, it looks good after. Like, either pick one or don't do any of them.
It's because when it's straight, and it dries, it doesn't look good.
It looks like fro-y, like it like
it's like because it's so like needles pinned straight.
Yeah, it's like fine, like.
Yeah. So then I used to like wear it off to the side.
Oh.
But I just like. I don't know. I think it looks better like this.
Yeah.
So then that's how that switch happened. And now that it's like it's leveled out when it's straight, it just does not look good.
Yeah, it like looks good when it's wet. I feel like
when it's wet, when it's like if my hair could stay wet constantly, like I'd do it like that.
Do it all the time. Yeah, because I could see again where a lot of the criticism, the comments come from. Mm-hmm. You kind of spoke on how you handle that within the realm of the internet. Have you received any negative comments in real life through high school, through your social interactions?
Yeah, like it's the same thing like I just said, but at high school, like there will be like some kids who just like don't like me, and that's again inevitable. But that used to get to me, but it's like I just blocked it out, and once I realized that like it just doesn't matter what they think about me, then like that didn't become an issue. But they don't really say anything about a lot of kids will ask me how I do it.
Sure.
Or, like, I've had teachers ask me how I do it. Like, do you do your hair every day? I'm like, yeah, I do. And then, but they don't really, like, say any criticism about it at school.
Do you feel like people talk behind your back?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I've heard it. I know they do. It doesn't matter, though.
Yeah. I feel like I was in the same boat, but I maybe missed the piece of if there was people talking behind it back, probably in the same boat there was 100%. But I feel as if there was like some part of me that just didn't ever think to care or like think about it. You know, like are there people talking about behind my back? And I know you're 17. Are you a junior or senior?
Junior.
Okay. And so with one more year of high school, it's probably kind of weird because like the whole COVID thing, how everything's. I feel like that just kind of messes up the social interactions of how it used to be, know, because if, pre-2020, like everything was pretty much like how it was. If we were still without a pandemic, I could probably understand where you're coming from within the social aspect, but it feels like I have no idea. I didn't go to school when there was a pandemic. Well, I did, but I just did online, so it didn't really affect me.
If this school year goes without like any mess ups, then this will be my first year of high school like all the way through. Because freshman year got cut short, obviously.
Oh, okay, so that was like right
sophomore year, we didn't go for like the first half of the year.
Oh, gotcha. I guess that makes sense. This would be like none. A half and now a full.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's so crazy.
It is.
It is 2022.
And hopefully we don't have to wear masks my senior year.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see because, like, how does a year fetch from, I imagine yourself a year ago is not the same.
Oh, not at all.
January 1st, 2022.
No, definitely not. I've changed so much.
When do you feel like you kind of gave up on the idea of caring about what other people think? Was there like a moment? Was there like obviously there is that moment, but when did it happen?
I think the biggest thing was like, it was probably through TikTok because like I would get a lot of like positive comments.
Yeah.
And then there'd be the negative ones. And, once I saw that like I was still growing, regardless of how many negative comments I would get, then that's when I was like, okay, like it just doesn't matter. If like, and then that probably sounded like dumb, but like
no, I get what you're saying with it though.
And then it's also like I've heard some of the really like the top creators, they say they don't even read their comments because they just know it's full of like so much hate and stuff like that. And like it's true, like no matter in all my videos, there's always gonna be hate comments.
When did they start popping up? Was it that one video that like literally?
No. When I actually first started TikTok like my freshman year.
Oh, okay.
But because my friend, so backtracking, eighth grade.
Okay.
My friend in 8th grade, he started doing TikTok and he was dancing.
That was 2019.
I think
probably
so.
Right before that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I just graduated. It's so crazy.
And he was a dancer.
Okay.
And all of us would like give him so much crap, like including me. And then one day he pops off. Like one video catches the algorithm the right way, gets like 70,000 likes.
Oh wow.
Bunch of followers on Instagram. Next day of school, we're all just worshiping him. So then
it's crazy.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, like I wanted that seems cool. Yeah, like, I want to try. But I was too scared of what other people would think.
Sure.
Until freshman year, he finally convinced me, and he kept like popping off. He was getting like at this time probably had like 150,000 followers.
Okay, yeah.
He convinced me to start TikTok, but for me, like him being the only successful creator I knew, dancing was the only way.
Sure.
So I tried dancing.
Oh, okay.
And it's like we'd make a video together, and I'm like, if this goes bad, like my life is over. Like,
oh, like it was an ultimatum. Yeah. Like everything you worked up for. Yeah, exactly. This whole dancing thing is the ultimatum.
Video ends up getting like probably like 20 likes.
Okay.
So I'm just like never doing this again.
Yeah.
Delete the video. He's like, dude, the only way this is gonna work is if you just like consistently post. He was like, okay, post like one video every day for a week and just see how many followers you gain. I did gain like probably only like 10 followers.
Sure.
But then he was right. Like it worked. So well, to an extent.
Yeah.
So then I just like stopped. I was like, this isn't worth my time.
Sure.
If I'm only gonna get 10 followers. Take way too long to add up to a lot. And then eventually, one day we were hanging out. We made a video together on his account. It was like a pretty good idea, honestly. Like he was dancing, but you could see a mirror behind him. Oh, and I was in the mirror also like mirroring everything he was doing.
Oh, gotcha.
Video like ends up being his most viral video to this day.
Oh, wow.
Got like 700,000 views and I think like 300,000 likes.
Sheesh.
And then we just went to bed right after making that.
Yeah.
Woke up the next morning. I'll never forget seeing the 99 plus notifications.
Oh my gosh.
And I was
it's
like,
the greatest feeling. Yeah, it's the greatest feeling.
I was like, I woke him up. I was like, dude, like I'm famous. We get on. I have like 1,000 followers.
Wow.
On this just like random account. But to me, that was like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this feeling. Like I'm going to start posting. But again, like no success there.
Sure. And what timeline is this? How old are you? Like what
freshman year?
Okay, so this is still pretty recent within the.
And then I just stopped. Like again, I had no motivation. Stopped. Time goes on. Like a lot of time goes on, and then like about end of sophomore year.
Okay.
I started making like the lip syncing type of videos.
This is like this last summer then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Started making the lip syncing type of videos. Made a few of them. And then eventually I hopped on one trend that then blew up. Like one of my most viral videos today.
I know what it is. I've heard you've done it like multiple times, if I'm not wrong.
No, this one I've only done once.
Okay.
Yeah. But it wasn't even like anything. It was like more funny than
Sure.
But then anyways, it got me a lot of followers. It got the ball rolling.
Okay.
And I just kept posting every day after that. And then that led to where we are and just kept gaining and gaining and gaining followers.
Because you've been like super active within this.
Oh, yeah.
I guess this last ladder of the year.
Now I'm like, I'm not going to go a day without posting. Because if I go one day without posting, I'm going to have less motivation to post the next day. And that's just going to butterfly effect it all.
Yeah. I think it was like September. No, it was October. Late October. It's like right before Halloween. I've been talking to my friend Daniel, and he's like pretty successful in his own right within the short form content, and I think he's closing in on like 900,000.
Oh wow! Now,
yeah, he does like a lot of music stuff, like not music reviews, but he tells like stories of musicians, artists, that you didn't know.
That's cool.
Or songs itself, like how this song was made, who this song sampled, and. Like I told him, we were just like in this call together. It was just like us two and like so many other people could have joined in. Just me and Daniel. Me and Daniel, I kind of talked before this. We hadn't like been super close, but this was kind of like the one moment that kind of really like glued us together in a way. And I said, I'm going to post one short form content each day. I got up until like November. So this was like was it end of September? I don't know, because it definitely wasn't November. It was the end of September. That's what it was. Because I remember like October, I posted every single day. And then when it got through like November, when I finally went down to Cali, that's when it kind of stopped. But then I kept posting like once I got back. And then like December, I was just like, I'm going to take my time, spend the holidays. I'm not going to like stress on anything, But I like doubled my following from like 1.6 to like 3.4, which I mean, for me, like that was tremendous because it became my most followed account, you know, like out of my Twitch, out of my Instagram, YouTube, like that was my most followed account.
Yeah.
And so especially heading into 2021 or not 2021, 2022, that's when like, you know, like everyone has their goals. Everyone has their aspirations. It's just like, this is to finally hit the nail into the coffin and just go for it, you know? And not to say that I haven't gone for it, but like this, you know, you have 365 days, 1 year. Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 1 year from now?
My goal by the end of this year is to have 500,000 followers combined on all platforms.
Combined, okay.
Like, yeah, like Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, and I want to start YouTube.
Okay.
Combined all my followers or subscribers to add up to 500,000.
Okay.
And then the following year, like when I graduate, like before I graduate high school, I want to have 1 million followers.
Okay.
Total.
Yeah, so that'd be like in a year and a half then. Usually, yeah. What was the number again?
500,000 by the end of 2022.
And then graduation?
1 million.
Okay. So yeah, exponentially. Wow. You know how insane. Mark this day. January 1st, 2022. Mark this day.
It.
Wow. It's gonna be a journey. And
100%.
obviously if you're posting each day, that's like the best thing you could do. I always find it very ironic when I like see like the growth like niches and they're like, here's how to grow your TikTok. Here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like 6 to 8 times a day. Oh my goodness sakes. Do you just not want me to have like any life?
I couldn't do that.
And just like, I think 1 a day is just like perfect. It is literally just like the perfect remedy for like most anything. Plus, I've found consistency over everything. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Find a process that works for you that you can replicate, that you can continue to do and improve on within little increments or whatever that looks like. But also, like, putting out good content. You know? Like, the one thing about YouTube that's super interesting, and I guess doesn't bring me anxiety, you know? But I can imagine some YouTuber out there like being like, oh my gosh, like this video is not good. I can't post that. But then has to like actually post it. And it's like out there forever. The one thing when it comes to YouTube is like always putting out good content. Like I know a lot of people say the quality versus quantity thing. You know, like I had a video, I think it was the bingo video. I was supposed to release it like on a Saturday, like right when it was like a Saturday. Yeah, I think it was like a Saturday. And I ended up releasing like Tuesday because I knew the video was not good. I knew it wasn't finished. And I was just like, I don't care. That's the day I was supposed to post it. I don't care. I'm posting it when I want to post it. And I know like there's some things with consistency, like uploading every Wednesday or, you know, like the same time. But I was just like, this video is too good to not like, this video will live forever.
Yeah.
And if it's not complete, you know, like that looks bad on you because then like the low effort,
right?
You know, like if you didn't spend more time on it. And that's why for me, like I like the Mr. Beast approach, you know, like I like the approach of just like posting whenever a video's done. Like he'll post like a video, like 2 main channel videos within like 2 weeks of each other. And then you'll take a month off, you know, like it's just like,
but they're high quality.
Right. Yeah. And so like, I know there's, you know, it really depends on your balance, where those crossroads meet. And certainly I think with you, 1 video a day for 365 days is very much doable.
Well, that sounds so crazy.
I know it sounds crazy. It's easier to just say 1 year without 365 days. But I recently, Duolingo. I know a lot of you guys, if you guys have been following.
I saw this on your Instagram.
Duolingo, 365-day streak, baby. That's
what
good.
Language?
Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTubers, I messaged you about this, about the tier list. Here we have the tier list of YouTubers. This is our tier list that I created on a whiteboard. So there's 10 YouTubers. Well, there's actually 9 YouTubers and like channels in general. And this is for you to tier list. So, so we have 9 YouTubers with 1 kind of channel niche and 5 categories. So S, for those that don't know tier list, S is like the top, like basically the best of the best. D is like, think about it like a grade in high school, you know, except without the S. You don't get an S in high school, but it's like the best you could get to the worst you could get. So 5 feel free to start wherever you want. I could hold this for you. All you do is just pick these up and then just move them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Just going from best to worst?
You could do it in any order. You could literally start with all these. You could literally start. So for those that can't see, or those audio listeners actually, we have Sidemen. We have PewDiePie, Danny Duncan, Air Rack, Ryan Strahan, Liza Koshy. We have Prank Channels. That's the niche. Emma Chamberlain, Jenna Marbles, and Logan Paul. So we have some OG YouTubers, some up-and-coming YouTubers, some very well-established and still going YouTubers. I know you mentioned Danny Duncan to me, so I had to put him on there for you. If you don't know these YouTubers, still rank them. Okay. That's all I ask is see where you would put them.
Okay.
And if you don't actually know them, I would love to hear what type of channels you think that they make, like what type of content.
Am I ranking them on like success?
You could rank them how you like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean, like Jenna Marbles. Like I don't watch her content, but like I would think I like, I like her.
Okay. I'll take Sidemen right away.
So for those that don't know the Sidemen, S tier, Sidemen, seven amigos over there in the UK. This is a difficult one. I don't know if our list would be the same. I'd put Sidemen in S though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Or they. Yeah. I love that. I've been watching them for a while, but I didn't start getting into their videos until pretty recently.
Okay. I've been an OG fan, pretty much right as they started it.
But,
ooh, this one's a tough one.
I don't really watch him ever. Never really did.
Here, I'll move these ones.
But I know that he is
he's the
most
guy.
Successful.
He's the guy.
He has the most subscribers.
Yeah. He is the most subscribed YouTuber on YouTube. Individual. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Coco Melon and T-Series.
So I feel like I'll put him here just because I don't watch him, but I know that he is S tier worthy.
Sure. But, I mean, he's my Mount Rushmore. He'd be on my Mount Rushmore of YouTubers. Only because he's been doing it for so long. He's in a niche that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's not really a niche in itself. It's just I'm posting videos. It'll be gaming, it'll be reacting, it'll be, it's all this jumble of things.
Danny Duncan.
I feel like I know where that one might go.
I feel like he is one of my favorites where I would put him S. But maybe it's just because I don't really watch him that much anymore.
Sure.
But I feel like he's not at his prime anymore.
Oh, okay.
That kind of hurts to say.
In reality, it's
But I think I'm just gonna put him there.
Okay. Similar scenarios. PewDiePie.
He's awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. Ryan
Strahan.
Don't know who it is.
You can feel what niche do you think he's in?
I'm gonna just guess he's a vlogger.
Challenge stuff. Do you remember the penny series? Did you ever see on a recommended? So he turned I think it was a penny into how much money you could make in a week.
Oh, okay. Those are cool.
Yeah. So it's challenge. He's done 50 hours in a sauna suit. Pretty much that. Emma Chamberlain.
Emma Chamberlain.
Do you know Emma?
I know who she is. Never watched her in my life.
Vlogger, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I was just seeing if you knew.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put it right in the middle because I know that
of her.
Yeah, I know girls love her though.
But not about her. Yeah, she definitely. I feel like she's got an 80-90% female viewership.
Probably. Jenna Marbles.
Yeah.
Don't know who.
Wow.
Who that is.
When did you first start watching YouTube?
7th grade probably.
Okay. Oh wow, but, that's pretty late. Wow.
Yeah. No, I never really got into it. But then, I was always watching I would watch Sidemen eventually.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Logan Paul is one of the OG ones that I watched.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been right. Yeah, pretty much around that time.
Because
he was
because I also watched
popping
KSI.
Yeah.
And when they had their whole boxing thing.
Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty much right around that time.
Yeah.
Where do you put what niche do you think Jenna Marbles is?
I have no idea, but again, I'll just guess a vlogger.
She is comedy.
Comedy. Okay.
Yeah, comedy skits or just diary type stuff. She'll talk about a story.
Okay. Well, sorry, Jenna, but
Jenna's going in the C tier. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll move Logan Paul to you.
Oh yeah. Logan Paul.
Yeah, you're pretty much watching right as the time it would have been around the first boxing match.
Yeah, because that's when I first got into like watching them, was because I saw KSI. I heard of KSI through one of my friends. Okay. Started watching his videos, and it was like he's boxing this Logan Paul guy.
Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, and then you get into Logan Paul stuff. I watched
all of his videos.
Wow. Yeah, I was a Jake Pauler back in the day. Back in the day.
I still think he's pretty cool, just because like he does not care what anyone
I forgot to put him up here, but I guess he's not a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's a boxer.
What would you put Logan Paul here on the tier list? Gotta go up there with the S tier. Oh, man. We have 4 more left. Okay. Put these all onto the side here. We have Iraq. I don't know if you know who he is.
Don't know.
Ryan Trahan, Liza Koshy, and Prank Channels. What do you think Iraq makes? What type of content do you think he makes? I'm gonna say he's a vlogger.
give me a hint.
Real life stuff, like personality stuff, like not like food.
Okay. Does he do podcasts?
No, he does not. He does very similar, like challenge-based stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much challenge-based stuff. Pretty much like you take a scenario and you see how it goes.
Okay. Just because I didn't know him again.
Oh, he's going down into the C tier. Will anyone get a D tier?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think.
Brandon's too kind. Brandon's too kind. Ryan Trahan.
Didn't I mark him already?
You might have, and I just might have moved his name.
I think I. Wait, maybe not. Again,
makes challenge-based stuff.
It's challenge-based.
Yeah.
Again, just because I didn't know.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to check out these people though.
You know Liza Koshy?
Yeah, because of David Dobrik.
See, I knew David Dobrik because of Liza Koshy. I'm one of the probably 100 people.
I love David Dobrik.
Should put him on here, but I did not.
When we talk about prank channels, I think of Nelk.
Oh, I went to put them on here.
And I love Nelk.
Where do you think they're going?
But just because it's prank channels, like
in general,
I think I'm just gonna go there.
A tier, not a bad.
I feel like prank videos like never do bad.
Yeah, I feel like they never do bad. Obviously, unless they go too far. But I would probably put them A tier.
Even those ones though, like people love to see them.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the Sam Pepper one where he like killed his friend.
What?
Yeah, well, like he didn't kill his friend, but like he fake killed his friend as a prank, and then like it didn't look too good.
I can imagine.
Liza Koshy.
I never really watched her, but like a little bit.
Sure.
But I feel like she's kind of in the same boat as Emma.
Emma, you know of her? Yeah, I feel like this is pretty solid. You have like a pretty good like watch a lot, kind of really like, maybe don't watch a whole ton, know about, don't know about. Yeah. I feel like it's perfect. This is a perfect tier list. I would put these two up here. I'd probably put PewDiePie up here. Put these two in A tier.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yeah, I'll show you after the podcast. Yeah. I would probably put prank channels here as well. I'd probably put Danny Duncan down here. Liza Koshy and Emma, I think those are two solid ones. I might put Emma in A tier though. I don't watch her though. But I'd put Jenna probably in A tier. I don't think I'd put anybody like C or below. Like these guys are really, really good in their own right. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the recent Danny Duncan stuff? Like the drama with that?
Yeah.
Like an old person. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm sure it's not for this podcast, but there is your tier list. Brandon's tier list of YouTubers based on really whatever.
Yeah.
How much you like some success and all of the above. That was our first ever tier list. I'm excited to do more. Like I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm really, really excited. Brandon, how's it like growing up? Like what do you feel like growing up you've changed the most about yourself? Like, is it like we all kind of still have that child within us, right?
Yeah. The child like within me, I love to have fun. Like, I mean, like, don't we all?
Yeah.
But like my mom always says it too. I prioritize having fun over like schoolwork, for example.
Sure.
Which isn't good, but I just like yeah, like if my friends are trying to hang out and I got like homework, I will get my homework done.
Yeah.
But I won't be thinking about it.
Yeah.
Really. Like the fun just always comes to my head before the maturity type of thing.
Sure. It outweighs it,
definitely.
in a way.
And
do you feel like that's like a bad thing though?
No,
I wouldn't
not
say
necessarily, because I do still get my work done when I need to. But like regardless if I want to or not, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
But I should sometimes I should prioritize.
Sure. There's like those moments where you're like, I should,
Yeah.
I feel you on that, because I felt the same way when I was in high school, at least, where I felt like there was just these moments that, like I'm able to just like enjoy this experience and live in the moment, and just kind of like do something that I enjoy with the people that I love, and just maybe the homework, if I didn't get an assignment done, I'd probably still get it done, but I just wouldn't do it at the time that it was supposed to be done.
I have late work all the time too.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird to see how, polar opposite your childhood is now to high school, but it's also really weird to kind of see how very similar they are.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember just like having fun with my friends Micah, Nick, and Jordan, like all the kids in the neighborhood. We would just go over to like Nick's house and like play hide and seek in his house, or we would like play Legos, we'd play games, we'd go like trail riding back when there was no housing developments back there. Like we were kids. We just would be kids.
We would do that stuff too.
Right? It didn't matter. Like there wasn't like oh gosh, my car isn't, like that wasn't a thing. Like my chain fell off my bike and that was my biggest worry of my week, and I'd just be like, oh God. I'm like, Micah, do you know how to put it on? Yeah, my dad told me. He's like, like we'd put it back on. Okay. And we'd just like be riding down the streets and it's just so weird.
But now that we're older, like it also opens up a lot more doors in having fun too.
Yeah.
Like driving, for example, like that game changer.
Yeah. How so? Because I know you drive a Mazda. I like Mazdas. I will back Mazdas. I like the logo. I like the cars. How so?
Like, for example, if I wanted to go to my friend's house and my parents were busy, then like I can't.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But now I can't, or like just the whole independence piece. Like my friends and I can go get food if we want. We can go drive this place or that place.
Okay. Yeah. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Like I didn't know if this was like road trip type stuff, which I mean certainly is also in the category of fun. Household wise, how is that like? You have a brother, if I'm not wrong?
One brother, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any sisters?
Just no one sisters, brother? Just one brother.
Okay.
I've grown up in a really healthy home. Like, it's always been nice. Never worried or stressed out about the home life.
Yeah.
Very grateful for everything my parents have always done for me.
Yeah.
Super blessed with everything I have and been able to do. And I hope to never take it for granted.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially when that piece is gone, it's just like, it's one of those things that you're going to feel like, I haven't had that feeling. There was at one point a feeling of like, oh God, I might not be living with my family for, a year or two, or 2 more years because of college, but I ended up not transferring. So I'm still here. We're here at the podcast.
Yeah.
But you're Korean, if I'm not wrong, right?
Korean and Vietnamese.
Okay. Are your parents mixed? Or
my mom is Korean. My dad is Vietnamese.
Okay. So you're the mixed. Yeah. You're the mixed child. That's awesome. That's awesome. Did they migrate from here, or are they from the United States?
Well, my mom was adopted here.
Okay.
And my dad was born in Vietnam.
Okay.
And then moved over here.
Okay. Wow. That would have been like 7. Like, how old's your dad?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, because I guess like around that time, the 60s were like, I mean, that whole place is pretty like locked down. So it's kind of cool to see how, after
definitely.
that, like after the war, like it kind of things opened up. Do you feel like your background as a person like changes anything within your relationship with people, how people view you?
As in, like, my, like, race?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're Asian. Like, is there a stereotype that people put onto you? Like, you're the smart math kid that everyone talks about, you know? Like, even if you're not, like, good at math, you're just another human.
Yeah, like, I'm in algebra, too.
Right? Like,
but, yeah, like, the Asian jokes are just flying constantly.
Do they get to you at all?
No, I don't care at all. They're funny. But, no, and then, like, kids will, like, make jokes, like, think I'm good at math.
Sure.
About to eat their dog or something.
Yeah, like, that's, like, the jokes that everyone always puts. Mm-hmm. Like, I had my friend Tommy, who's Vietnamese. He also get the same jokes, you know, like, I mean, he plays into them here and there, but, like, there's a point where they become, like, annoying, you know, like, they're redundant. Like, I mean, like, my friends joke because I'm Mexican. They're always like, "Oh, are you gonna, like, what's your favorite sport?" I'm like, "Cross country." I get it, guys. I get it. Like, oh, watch out, you know, watch out for the wall, Jared. Glad you're over here. Like, I mean, like, guys, I get it. Like, but it's good. It's all in good. It's all in good jokes. I mean, it's interesting because a lot of people live different, like, lives, you know, especially in their household. Like, somebody like Samson, he grew up basically from his childhood with 2 moms, you know, because they're a lesbian couple. Like, that father figure, that at least a man being the father figure, is obviously very different, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, especially when you have, like, immigrant parents, I know a lot of, like, African immigrant parents, it's so different, you know? Like, they're always, like, somewhat super strict, but they want the best, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I went to Bloda's dad's book signing. He had, like, a book signing reading. And he's from, oh, gosh, where's he from? He's from Africa. I forget what country. It's not Nigeria. It's like one of the main ones. But I mean, it's super strict, you know, like everything has to be like dialed in. And so it's so weird to kind of see how, like, American culture, the United States, like how it is cool. So weird, but it's so different, but it's super awesome to kind of see how things are, you know, vastly different because, like, a lot of different countries live so many different lives.
Oh, and so
I wanted to just ask, like, how was your childhood, you know, like, and how was that like? It's good to hear that obviously you have a very healthy family, a good household. That's awesome to hear because, you know, there are people that don't have, you know, a mom in their life, a dad in their life. They don't have siblings. You know, like Casey, he's the only child. He doesn't know what it's, you know, really like to live with another person that's also your relative, other than their parents. But he did have, like, Billup because he's a hockey player. So, like, Billups are, like, do you know what Billups are?
No.
So they're like, think about, like, a foreign exchange student, but not like foreign. They're just play hockey for the team and they play for the Spokane Chiefs.
Okay.
So like they house
cool.
They house, like, the players because like these players get drafted, they get traded, they you know, they
need somewhere to stay.
Yeah, and they're in a minor league. Like, they don't make a whole lot of money. They make money, but not a whole lot.
Yeah,
so
not enough to get their own house.
Yeah, or, like, I mean, I think some maybe get apartments, but I mean, they're on the team for like 3 years. So it's just nice to at least cut that expense and then just focus all in on hockey. And it's mainly a lot of the hockey community around the places that, like, house them. So it's not like us who don't know anything about hockey housing them. But it's really cool because I feel like household, like, childhood is, like, the biggest thing, you know, like, Definitely. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Like, influences so much of your future life.
Yeah. Like, whether that be your independence, whether that be the confidence that you have, whether that be, you know, maybe the inside of you that just doesn't want to express, however that looks like from growing up from, you know, an infant to elementary school to late elementary, middle school, high school. It's so different.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've at least acknowledged, like, the great sides of Brandon, right? Like, the confidence, you know, the not giving an F about what other people think. I'm going to flip the table here.
Okay.
What do you feel like your biggest insecurity is?
That's a good question. That's hard.
It's tough, you know? Like, I mean, sometimes it's super obvious, sometimes it's not.
I don't know, to be honest. Like, there will be sometimes, like, some comments will get to me.
Sure.
But only for, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'd like to just, like even get even more confident where that's not even an issue. But I don't think there's necessarily a certain attribute that, like, is my biggest insecurity.
Yeah, it doesn't rise up from the rest.
Right,
like,
yeah,
it doesn't stand out,
not that I can think of right now, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, surely I imagine there's, like, those moments. I have them all the time where I'm just like, oh, crap. Like, and it just, like, bugs me, but it's like.
Like, I'll probably think of one later today.
Yeah, like, now you'll probably be running through your head for the rest. You'll find it and be like, oh.
I should have said that.
All the time. Like, on the podcast, I feel like I should have said that. I should have said that. And so no matter whatever the conversation is, what is one thing people don't know about you, Brandon?
A lot of people do. Well, like, my friends know this, but not, like, everybody.
Sure.
And just something, like, I'd like to just, like, put out there, just, like, that people would know, is that, like, everything that I have, like, I want to give all that glory to God.
Okay. So like, is it the religion part, or is it just that?
The religion part, yeah.
Okay.
Like, grew up in a Christian home.
Yeah.
My grandpa, it all stemmed out from him. Super religious. He raised my other aunt and my mom.
Okay.
And then they brought that into all of our families. Yeah. And so my whole family's super religious. So yeah, that's my thing, is that, like, if there was, like, when I meet someone, if there's something they could just instantly know about me, I would want it to be that, like, they would know that I'm a Christian.
Okay. I love that because were you wearing a chain earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I saw it. I didn't see it
the
now.
Cross.
Okay. And then I think you have it in your Instagram bio, if I'm not wrong. Like, just like the little purple. I'm going to look it up. I'm looking it up right now. I swear you do. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I think I do, but I'm
right. My gosh. I know you have it. I've seen it. No, you don't have it in your Instagram bio. You have it in one of your highlights.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where it is. I knew I saw the purple cross somewhere in there. So I at least knew that, you're a faithful man, you're a religious man. And so that's awesome to hear, because we've had a lot of people who practice faith, Bert being one of them, Mario being one of them, Julia, Rihanna, Samson, John, my boy Knight, Case, everyone.
Most
pretty
of them.
much. Yeah, I mean, pretty much like all of them. It's insane to see how religion is so, like, not ingrained, because that, like, feels like the wrong word. Like, it's so impactful,
100%.
throughout so many different,
it's my
people.
rock. Like, without that, like, I know that without God, I'm nothing. Like, I am very grateful for everything that I have and will do, but I also know that I can't do that without God. Like, if he's not by my side, nothing's achievable.
Yeah.
So that's also, like, going forward into my future, like, if God is willing to keep blessing me with opportunities to move forward and do what I want to do in the future, then I know I can do it. But if I ever forget that it's from him, then I want him to take it from me.
Yeah. It's a symbiotic relationship. You work together,
100%.
If you're it's weird. It's like if you're putting the work to continue that flame, that spark, that going, then great. We're going to work together. If one's lacking belief, then it's,
Yeah, like, if I'm lacking, I want him to, like, pull me out of there and, like, wake me up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hopefully I can just stay strong with him.
That is awesome. I'm glad that you shared that, because at least I kind of know that you are, but it's awesome to kind of hear more in depth about how religion has impacted you and what that means to you. My final question, Brandon, who is Brandon Huynh?
Overall, like, where I want Brandon Huynh to go.
Yeah, it could be a future self.
Yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to create content for the rest of my life. I know it's like everyone is like, oh, I want, like, that'd be cool. Do YouTube, do TikTok, whatever. But it's like, the way I see it is, like, for example, Logan Paul. It's like, he did it. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing saying I can't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And Yeah, like it'll obviously be hard. There's a bunch of people that want to do it, but I think I can do it. I mean, for Spokane particularly, like if you were to take everybody's like social followings and rank them, like realistically, I am probably like in the discussion.
Yeah.
But that's a big fish, small pond.
Yeah.
And then I'm a minnow.
It's like LA, New York.
Exactly.
Like the big conglomerates.
So, yeah, I got to make it out of here and then work my way up.
For sure. And I don't feel a responsibility, because there really is no responsibility to put Spokane on the map. You know, Gonzaga's here. Hooptown's here.
Yeah.
It's the Hooptown USA. It's Hoop Fest. You know, but as a creative person, you know, like there's a lot of musicians, artists from Atlanta, Chicago, you know, like there's different places, you know, like they know them, you know, Chicago, you know, Atlanta for the musician artists from there, you know, Seattle, you know, get like Sacramento, California. Spokane doesn't have a creative, you know?
Not at all.
Like there's not one person other than maybe Bing Crosby, or like there's like a few people from Spokane that have started movies, but like you don't hear that.
Like
you know?
I want to be like that person. Like one day, like I want people to be like, oh, did you know like Brandon Huynh lived here? But like
we have had a few. We had, you know, basically I do work. You know Vanos? Okay. Vanos, big gaming channel, like 26 mil, 24 mil. One of the people that he games with, basically I do work, he's from like the South Hill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is really cool. But like, I mean, you don't hear that from this guy. You know, you hear cool. Logan Paul from being Ohio. You know, this guy from Ohio. It's time. It's time to put Washington on the map for more than Seattle. I promise we have more than just the Space Needle and rain. I promise you. Spokane exists, and we're here to make it happen.
We are.
It is the New Year's 2022. Brandon, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate, baby. Thank you so much for watching episode 26 with Brandon Juan.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure, my friend. I'm going to shake your hand because that's what boys do. That's what men do. I like your watch. Thank you so much for watching, viewing, and subscribing. Episode 26, New Year. Here we go. Do you know how I exit?
How?
07. Peace. Peace.